In the high-flying 80s, it was the corporate raiders who got the big headlines and even bigger paydays. Donald Trump wanted in on the action.
Money is a scorecard. Money is a scorecard as far as I'm concerned. Believe me, money is not the most important thing, but it's a way of keeping score.
It's something Trump rarely discusses on the campaign trail. The 4 years where he played the stock market and mostly won. Big. To the tune of more than $200 million. But a CNN investigation, comprised of hundreds of pages of never-before-released depositions, testimony, and financial documents, as well as more than a dozen interviews, opens a window into a playbook with striking parallels to his campaign. One driven by a bare-knuckled strategy of strong-arm tactics, media leaks, and public statements that often ran contrary to the truth.
The difference between me and other people is I'll attack back. If I have to attack whatever method is necessary, I will.
The review also discovered repeated allegations of Trump's use of one particularly volatile yet completely legal tactic: greenmailing. The practice of buying a large stake in a vulnerable company for the sole purpose of forcing its management to buy the stock back to avoid a takeover at a premium. With companies like Bally and Holiday Corp., Trump used his unique position as the holder of a casino license, which allowed him to target his competitors in New Jersey and make millions as their management scrambled to stave off a takeover attempt. Walter Reed, the New Jersey casino commissioner at the time, equated Trump's actions to using, quote, a casino license as a weapon to weaken or undercut the financial integrity of his rivals. Trump and his lawyers vigorously disputed the greenmail charge. But Trump, in an unsolicited moment during testimony in front of the commission, took pains to remind the commissioners greenmail is, quote, a totally legal practice, however. It's something, the name, greenmailer, is not a very pretty word, according to transcripts obtained by CNN. But a tell-all account from former Trump executive John O'Donnell paints a different picture. In his 1991 book on the billionaire, O'Donnell recounts Trump, behind closed doors, was making it very clear what he was doing, bashing Bally executives as idiots who caved in. In addition to making money, Trump had another motivation. I really enjoyed doing it because it put a real scare into them, Trump said, according to O'Donnell. With Bally and Holiday, Trump never went so far as to make a tender offer for the companies, leading critics to believe he'd attacked purely to juice the stock, then sell for profit.
I don't think that he intended to acquire another casino hotel.
Carl Zeitz, a Democrat who supports Hillary Clinton, served alongside Reed on the New Jersey Casino Commission and raised major concerns about whether Trump's greenmailing practice made him unfit to keep his state gaming license.
In those days, the term was greenmail, where you went into a public corporation that was vulnerable and you bought stock and you kind of held it up. I think that was his purpose. We did not regard it as conduct sufficient or at a level to say you're no longer qualified. But we took it seriously, we didn't like it, and we hope that by doing that we put a stop to that kind of business.
Trump kept his casino license, but the companies themselves never recovered. Holiday Corp's management, bogged down by the debt it took on to ward off Trump, soon had to sell off valued business lines. Thousands lost their jobs. Bally was also left wounded and similarly mired in debt. As for Trump, despite the millions in profits and the weekend competitors, it wasn't all positive. His efforts sparked a Justice Department investigation in the 1980s, alleging that Trump concocted a scheme to dodge federal stock purchase notifications, something done specifically to hide his intentions from Bally and Holiday. Trump settled the resulting federal lawsuit for $750,000. He did not admit any wrongdoing. In a separate civil lawsuit brought by Bally shareholders, Trump agreed to pay them $2.25 million for his role in artificially inflating the company's stock. Yet for Trump, one thing has remained clear, then as now. There are no apologies for his tactics.
I love battles, and unfortunately battles, I'm not controversial to be controversial. I mean, I get into a lot of battles, and that's part of winning.